welcome back to Drexel Update. My name is Emily McAndrews, and today we're going to be speaking with Juliana Wallgren, the president of Drexel Newman Catholic Community. Hi, Juliana, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I guess let's just start off. Tell us a little bit about you and what your role is in the organization.
So about me personally, my name is Juliana. I am an electrical engineering major, a pre-junior right now. I'm also minoring in green energy and sustainability as well as history. My role within the organization, so I'm the president of Drexel Newman. Drexel Newman is just kind of like the Catholic presence on the campus at Drexel. So my role is more just kind of an organizational oversight thing. I make sure that everyone feels comfortable and coming to our events or just hanging out. I make sure that everyone who's organizing things has the support that they need to do their jobs. I'm just kind of there to encourage everyone to be friends and to be unified and to work well together.
Amazing. Really glad that you guys kind of have that sense of, community. So I guess what are some special things that you guys typically do around campus, obviously when we're in a little more of a normal world?
Yes, just an overview of what we do. So something that we do is every Tuesday night, we usually have mass, and then we have a Newman night, we call it. So we'll have a speaker come in to talk about all different topics. Sometimes it's a student, sometimes it's someone we bring in from outside. Sometimes we just do a game night, or we'll just have food, kind of like have a party, it depends week to week what we want to do. So that's something that we do every single Tuesday night. Obviously, we've kind of had to shift things virtual because of the pandemic, but I really enjoyed that. That used to be in the academic building, which is like right across the street from Bentley now. And that was really fun because we have a chapel in there, so that's where we'd have mass. Other stuff that we do is we have an Ash Wednesday mass every year. So Ash Wednesday is usually sometime like end of February, early March. It changes every year, so we'll usually have a really big mass for that. Sometimes it's in Bensound, and it's on campus, so it's cool because a lot of people who we don't usually see will come to that, which is really nice. We also do a bunch of different Welcome Week events. My favorite is something called the Lock-In. So it's a little bit later. It's the Saturday at the end of at the end of week one. And we invite everyone to our Newman Center, which is attached to the church that we usually go to, which is St. Agatha St. James at 38th and Chestnut. And we have this big scavenger hunt all through University City and through Center City. And then we just kind of hang out all night and play games and eat food, and it's really fun. And that's what got me involved with Newman, and I've really enjoyed helping run that the past couple years. We don't do a ton of other really, really big events. I would say we also do a mass on the move-in Sunday. So we sometimes will get a lot of freshmen come to that. And then we'll just do other events through the year. But so those are some of the really big ones.
That's great. It seems like you definitely have found a way to really kind of do as much as you can, and it's really great for people, to find a place like that when they come away to school. I know a lot of times, sometimes people might have a hard time finding, things that, that remind them of home or things like that. So I think it's awesome that you guys do a lot of things like that. So I guess to touch a little bit more on, for example, the Ash Wednesday Mass, I know, obviously that's a big deal, and that's, going to be coming up in the near future. How does that look different this year for you guys?
Yeah, so that's something we're still figuring out. Last year, it was one of the very last things we got to do before the pandemic. So it's one of the few things that we haven't already done during COVID. So the church, we're not affiliated with the church, they do their own things, and we just kind of go to their masses. So they're still going to have Ash Wednesday Mass. So most likely we'll just say, listen, if you're interested in going to Ash Wednesday Mass, the church is having it. As of right now, we haven't really solidified any plans. Obviously, it's unlikely that we'll be able to have a big mass in Drexel's auditorium. Although we'll work with Drexel's administration to see if there's anything we can do. But I'm thinking this year it'll kind of be maybe we'll do an online talk or something. But we don't have plans to have a big on-campus mass.
I hope you guys get that together. I know that's you guys usually have a nice turnout for that. So I hope that you guys are able to get that same thing. Whether it's online or maybe in person or however it turns out. What do you think is kind of the best part about your organization? You're obviously very close and everyone's kind of really involved. So what's kind of one of the special things that really drew you to the organization and kind of continues to bring people back and keep them in?
For me, it was definitely the community, which I know a lot of orgs, like they also have community. So it's something that, is really special for any student organization. But I don't know, for me, it's really nice because a lot of the people who come to Drexel Newman were already Catholic or grew up Catholic or went to Catholic school or some, and we have some people who just show up and have no affiliation. They're like, oh, I'm interested in learning. But for a lot of them, like, there's just so many shared experiences. Or I could be like, oh, like, when you were growing up, like, did you guys do this at your church? Or, oh, like I went to Catholic school too. Like, like, remember like this kind of like funny thing that we all used to do. So it's really nice to have that like kind of shared experience to draw on, because it's so easy to just like, I could meet someone brand new who I've like never talked to before, and we could just fall right into a conversation. And then of course, there are people who they don't have any of those experiences, and it's just great to welcome them in and see what their experiences have been and kind of share in that. But for me, definitely the community and how easy it just feels to be able to talk to people.
That's a great thing to find on campus for sure. So if anyone's interested in getting involved with Newman, how can they find you guys?
So, I would say right now the easiest way is probably online. We're on Dragon Link as Drexel Newman Catholic Community. If you aren't a big Dragon Link person, which I know not everyone is, we're also on most social media. So we're on Instagram as Dragon Catholic. Although if you search up Drexel Newman, it should also come up. We're also on Facebook, and we send out a weekly email. So in order to get on that, you'd have to like get on our Dragon Link, but we send out an update every single week with what we've got going on. Or other opportunities through the church or through Penn Newman, just ways to get involved. So I definitely would recommend either Instagram, Facebook, or Dragon Link. And if we're back on campus, you can just come find us on the second floor of the academic building.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Juliana. I'm really glad that we were able to talk about, talk to you today, talk a little bit about your organization. You guys definitely bring the community here on campus. And so I'm really excited to see what you guys are able to do this year as we continue to move online and eventually in person. So kind of seeing what you guys are able to do and how much you've still been able to do in this time. It's great. So I'm really glad that I was able to speak with you today.
I really enjoyed it too. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming. So have a good one. Thank you. All right, thanks for watching Drexel Update. You guys can find all of the Drexel Newman Catholic Community information in the description below. Make sure that you guys go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, so that way you can see all of this content and many more. And of course, follow us on Instagram at @inside_ambition.